Alright, here we go. Hello everybody, Jade Arrow here, and welcome to another matchup on Age of Empires. It has been a long time since I have uploaded, and that's because I've just been busy with finishing up school for this year, but I am back and hopefully going to be uploading quite a bit over the summer. And to start it off, today we have a 2v2v2v2 on Nomad, as you can see. And so to introduce our players, for the first team, in the blue as the Goths, we have Rubbish Gaming, and his teammate in the green, playing as the Koreans, is Daniel. And that's team 1. Team 2 is Red, and he is playing as the Chinese. We have Call, and his teammate playing in the yellow as the Aztecs. We have Dallin. And for team 3 in the teal, we have Human Sandwich, and he's playing as the Vikings. Some of these players' names just make me laugh. I love the creativity of the players in this game. It's always fun to see how creative they are with their names and strategies. But I'm getting sidetracked. Teal's teammate in the gray is Joel. He's playing as the Mayans. And for the last team, we have Faisal in the orange, and he is playing as the Spanish, and his teammate in the magenta-y color as the Japanese is Sprewell, however. But to look at the map right now, I'm noticing two things. The first is that all the gold seems to be located in the northern and eastern parts of the map. So I think whichever team is here, which I guess is Dallin and Call, are probably going to have an advantage because of they have all the minerals around them. Most of the stone is pretty close together on the southern part of the map, and also in the middle. But these guys aren't going to be fighting for gold as much, so that could be nice for them. And they also have a lot of sheep too. Looking around, I think they have the most sheep out of everybody, so I think they're going to have an advantage. And also, look at how many fish are in this water right here. There are so many fish in this part of the water, which, again, is right next to these guys. So I think they're going to be in a really good situation. For the other team, green and blue, they're fairly close together, so they can help each other out. Blue's TC placement, again, it's not that great. It is next to wood, which is kind of a must when it comes to TC placement. You always want it at least next to one resource, but I think down here in any of these areas would have been much better for him, or right there would have been great. It's got the deer and the berries, and that would have been good for him. Orange and purple are right next to each other. I think these guys can definitely help each other. The problem for them is they don't have a lot of gold nearby. Okay, I guess they're alright. It's just a little bit farther away. They do have a whole bunch of berries down here. That's actually a lot of berries for them. So they're not going to be in any need for food. And for the other team, Joel and Human Sandwich, they're right next to each other as well. So town center placement's pretty good for the whole team. For everybody's team, they're all right next to each other. I think Dallin and Call are a bit farther apart than everybody else, so they might have a problem helping each other out if they get attacked early. But they're kind of far away from everybody. The closest one to them is Green, and he's still quite a ways away. And then for Call, Gray is way far away. So I don't think there's any problem for them. But looking at the strategies of these players, for the Chinese, good defenses, they can get bombard cannons, or not bombard cannons, bombard towers, and he's got plenty of stone and gold to do that. So he can just defend himself from any threats if needed, and get a bunch of castles out. And he's got plenty of stone to do that. For the Aztecs, same thing. He can make castles and towers. He won't get bombard towers because Mesoamerican civs don't get gunpowder. But he can go with very strong infantry. So that's good for him. And he's got plenty of gold. He can do really whatever he wants with that. For the Koreans, he's got... Daniel does have stone around him, so he could tower rush if he sees that Dallin's up here, and he's right there on these berries. I don't think he sees Dallin, though. Looking at his fog of war, he doesn't see him. But he is taking these berries, which would be a food source for Dallin, but he's got these deer around his town center, so he should be fine. And if Daniel decides to tower rush against Dallin, he could defend himself. He's got stone right next to his town center, and this is something I like doing. Is whenever I notice somebody is the Koreans and they're not on my team, I like to place my town center right next to stone and wood. So if I can get tower rush, then I can defend against it, because I hate fighting against a tower rush. I don't know about you guys, but fighting against a tower rush is one of the most annoying things for me. And the Goths for blue here, that could go very well for him. If he gets up to the Imperial Age, then he can just spam out the infantry all he wants. Against the Japanese, it's gonna be a great fight. We get the Japanese with their bonus attack speed versus the Goths with their incredibly quick creation speed. So that would be fun to see in the late game. And Daniel can also help out down here with towers if blue feels like he's being threatened because purple is right there next to him and knows he's there. Then green could come down here and build towers against purple as a defense to protect the area here, or just as an offensive, which, I mean, it could work. These two are really close together, so a few towers like in this area would be hurting both of them. But I think they could defend themselves. Orange is the Spanish, so he gets a faster creation speed for his defenses, so his towers will be doing alright against the Koreans. Aside from the Koreans, I think Spanish is the runner-up for the towering civ, so he should be alright. For teal and gray, I don't know. Teal being the Vikings, he could go for water, but it's not going to matter that much. What would be kind of fun to see is if he came out in this middle pawn and docked, then he could just harass everybody with his navy. I'm not sure if the Vikings get cannon galleons. Yeah, they do. So if he put cannon galleons out here, then he could hit really anybody that gets close. So that could be interesting to see. The Mayans, for Joel, he does have the biggest score right now. So he could go with Arbalest, you go with Elite Eagles, which are one of my favorite units in the game. I just love, especially the Mayan Eagles. Just the extra HP, 100 HP, and 8 Pierce Armor is just crazy. And he could go with those against the Aztecs or the Japanese. It might not work so well, because both of them can fight off infantry very well. But he could also go for Plumed Archers, and if we get some Berserkers from Teal, then that could be a pretty good combination from them. If we get mass of Plumes or even Arbalests and Berserkers out front to take out any Mangonels or Skirmishers, then that could be a very deadly combination from them. But at the moment, everybody's working up to Feudal Age. Blue and Gray are already there. The top and bottom score are already there. But Yellow and Red are, dang, they're really taking advantage of their fish. So they are going to have an incredibly big food eco. I'm just going to take a look at their food resources. Yeah, Dallon's already up, and Call's already up, and has enough resources. He could almost do a fast castle if he so desired. For the Chinese, there's knights for them, but they don't fully upgrade to Paladin. They only go to Cavalier. But their knights are okay. There's not really any bonuses to them. But he could get out some knights and do damage. I don't know if he sees where anybody else is, so he might not know where to send them. If he looks down here, he can see a chop tree if he's paying really close attention. So he could figure, hey, somebody's there. And he could decide to send knights over there. He knows somebody's here. He might not know that's his teammate, because Dallon did signal earlier that he's right there. But he's scouting around with his sheep, and I'm going to look at everyone's fog forges to see what they can see. Blue, yeah, all he knows is purple's here. And, alright. Spears against villagers. Not a good counter, if you ask me. That's more spears than he needs. So that's not really going to work out for him. The villagers can fend off these spears just fine. And Purple doing a great job with these quick walls. He's going to get this stone and probably put some towers down over here. Back to everyone scouting. Blue doesn't really know much. Green doesn't know where anybody is. Dallon, the same for him. He doesn't know where anyone is. Gray is scouting around, so he can see purple's here, orange is there, or teal is there, which it's his teammates, so that's not going to be concerning. Orange is down here, and he's actually made some galleys to take out Orange's fishing ships, so that is going to bump Orange a bit behind. But right now, Call is going up to Castle Age, and I think Dallon said he was as well. Yeah, they're both up to Castle Age. I'm not sure anybody else is. Blue's nowhere near. Green's nowhere near. Gray is going to be our first one up, I think. Yeah, so there we go. Gray's up. And I'm interested to see what he does. Probably going to go with archers. And that seems to be his plan right now. He does have the resources for it. And fairly balanced eco. He's going to go for a boom and throw up town centers. I'd probably put that town center more right there would be a better spot. But he's gonna go for a just massive boom, I guess. Teal is pretty close. He just needs a bit more food, and then he can go up. And then purple, he's not really that close, and orange isn't really that close either. So it looks like the fight is going to be between yellow and red versus gray, and probably green. Green might get caught up here. But looking at this, looking at the map right here where everybody's situated, looking at Kyle's Fog of War, he can see that they are all by themselves over here. And this is a big advantage because look at all these minerals out here. Anyone who wants to can go out here. Yellow can go out here, red can go out here, or green could go out to this peninsula and get all these resources out here. So there's probably going to be a big fight over this. And there we go. Dallin is sending some villagers out here. He's probably going to throw down his TCs now that he's up. And he does have a ton of extra stone for it. He's probably going to throw up a castle just to defend this. So he can see that there's plenty of gold down here. And looking at the chat, Dallin said he's going Eagles. So Aztec Eagle Warriors, pretty good actually. They get +8 attack with full upgrades. And he's going to throw a castle down here. I think he knows green's here. Okay, so he sees the house, but he doesn't know where green is. So he might assume that green's right there and is going to castle that. But he's throwing up town centers, and he's probably going to throw up some down here. Yeah, he's sending a lot of villagers out. So he's probably going to put more up here when he gets the wood. He doesn't have it, so he's probably going to go for a boom. And I think right now Gray is a big score lead, so he's also going Eagles. He's going Eagles, and Arbalest is his plan. But down here, wow, how many spears does it take to take down a house? That is the question. So, yeah, we have purple making the towers here, and probably going to make more. Looking at his resources, he does not have the eco to just go up to Castle Age, so he's probably going to go with towers. But blue has a fair amount of farms, and he's up to Castle Age, so he could go Huskarls if he wanted. He's got 2 barracks making spearmen, so go him. And other than that, not a whole lot. We've got orange doesn't really seem to have the eco to support purple over here. He seems to be on his own against blue. Green, he's getting his eco up, but he's not really around and can't really do much. So I think the fight's going to be between these two. I think red and yellow are going to fight against gray and maybe just wipe out these players down here. They easily could. And yeah, Dallin's throwing up TCs down here. Dang, he's putting a lot up. That's four of them, 5 TCs right now. I think that's all he's got too. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think he's got 5 TCs. And yeah, here's some barracks from him. So he's getting the upgrades. So he's gonna go full Eagles, and he almost has resources to just go up to Imp. And then I think they're gonna go down to Gray. Yeah, they found Gray. And yeah, here we go. He's signaling that green's here, but I don't think he realizes that green's actually down here. So, I'm not sure what Call is going for here. He's got plenty of gold, And he's also thrown a bunch of TCs up, so he's going for more of a boom. He's got all his fish still, but not really making any military buildings, so I'm not sure what his game plan is. He's going out here with a villager, maybe going to put a TC right there, or some forward buildings, and just try and fight Gray off here. I'm not sure where Gray sent his army, or his eagles. I don't know where they went. Gray's bringing some fire ships and galleys all the way around to hit these ships, which is not a bad idea. There are a lot of fish over here, so that's giving them a big advantage. But Call's blocking the way here, so that's fine for him. Green's up to feudal and sending out man-at-arms. Feudal age man-at-arms with max upgrades that he can have versus towers. No, not a great idea. I'm not sure where Red sent his villager. Oh, he's down here. I don't know where he's going. Maybe he's scouting? And if so, I mean, great. He's just looking to see what Gray has, because that's gonna be the fight. And I guess Dallon's suggesting they both go after Gray, because look at his score. He's clearly a threat. Well, I'm not sure how his score is that big. I mean, he has a lot of villagers, but I think purple or even yellow would have a higher score. But this peninsula here is really important. I think if Green notices that that's over there, then he would go take it. But he's focused down here, helping out his team buddy against all these towers here. And he's going up to castle, and Blue's already in castle, so they can get out some rams and batter these down. But I think Purple's expecting this, so he's got man-at-arms out. He's got the Japanese attack speed bonus, so he can fend that off just fine. But here's the barracks from Dallon, and these eagles have a bunch of upgrades on them. I don't know if he has Garland Wars on those eagles yet. He probably doesn't, because it's only +5. So I don't think he quite does. But we'll see. He just has the one castle for now. He does have resources that he can throw a bunch of stuff into these upgrades, but that doesn't seem to be his main focus. He seems to go for a full boom here. He now has the score lead and almost 100 population. I don't think anyone else is even close to that population. Yeah, Blue's at 20. Okay, Red's at 80. How much is Gray at? Okay, Gray is over 100. So he's definitely in this. He's got a bunch of upgrades on his units too. Dallon's the only one in Imp right now, so I'm interested to see what he decides to do. He could go down and just wipe out Green and just take Blue down with him. And if he runs into Purple, the militia line, the swordsman line will kill the eagles that he has. But oh boy, Joel's gone forward here and denied that seizure shot. He could deny this castle too. If these crossbowmen go forward, he's got to see that. Yeah, he sees it. He knows it's there. But I guess he's gonna get that castle up. And here comes Dallon to defend. These guys have 4 pierce armor, and with the amount of them, they should be able to take out most of these army, if not all of them. And they're now elite, so they've got 6 pierce armor. That was great timing for that upgrade. And he's gonna chase this army all the way back. These eagles are just destroying these crossbowmen here. And that's kind of why I love the Eagle Warriors, is the high pierce armor, and they can just take out any archers, and really the only counter is the swordsman line, which the Lions don't really have a great swordsman line. They don't even get champion, and there's no real bonuses to them. So I think that's really good for him. So we've got a fight brewing between those two, and also down here it looks like purple's completely cleaning up blue here. And blue ringing town bell, that is never a good idea, because yeah, if you'll notice, he rings it and all of his villagers go garrison into the nearest thing. And why you never do that is these villagers gathering stone aren't even close to being harmed, so they could still be working. But if you ring town bell, everyone stops working. So you should only garrison like these villagers here, and the ones that are in danger are the ones that should be garrisoned instead of everybody. And that's something newer players do. That's just never a good idea. But right now, Dallin and Call are the only ones at Imp, and they're on a team, so they're going to be taking out like whoever they feel like, I think. Gray does have his eagles, and he's going up right now, so he's going to be in Imp and probably upgrade his eagles. He could also go Arbalest, and he's got plenty of ranges, he can do it, and he's got the resources for it, so probably going to go with that. Dallin's moving out there, and now he has Garland Wars. See, his units have +6 attack. And I think Mayan Eagles are better than Aztecs, because I think +40 HP is better than +4 attack. That's just personal opinion. If you really like the Aztec Eagles or the Incan Eagles with their +10 pierce armor, or not +10, but a total of 10 pierce armor, which is crazy, then that's fine. But I just think the Mayan Eagles are the best ones. But Dallin's going in here with these Eagles and raiding. These Berserks are going to get destroyed by the Eagles. And there's not really any way that Gray can help. I'm interested to see how well these crossbow do. 2 full volleys to take out an Eagle Warrior. Bees are going to come in, and I think that small amount's enough to clean this whole army. So let's find out how well they do. These crossbowmen are getting destroyed. And I think Dallin's loving it. It's like Eagles for the win here. And Gray's actually pretty smart about this, trying to garrison in the castle just to keep him safe. But there's full population, he can't do that. And all those crossbowmen are just dying to these eagles. So, yeah, there's not much that can stop this. Joel's still going with full crossbow, but look at these eagles. They're so tanky, and they just destroy everything. They're really fast, so they're a good mobile unit. But I don't know. I think Dallin and Call have the eco for this. Blue is holding on. Daniel built a castle just to defend him and keep him alive, but it's not looking good for them. Blue's running away and built a TC right there. Not really a good spot, but it's better than no TC. And now Teal sees that Orange is here, so maybe they'll go focus down there. And now we have Arbalest for Joel. I'm not sure if he has obsidian arrows, but that won't help against these eagles, because here they come again. And these Arbalests are all gonna die. These Berserks are a good combination, as I was saying earlier, because they will defend against these eagles pretty well. So if Human Sandwich gets out a bunch of these Berserks, then he can fight these eagles. I don't think he has the resources for it. Okay, he's got enough resources. He can keep queuing these up, but he's not. So I think that's the problem for him, is he's not queuing up Berserks, which is really the answer to these eagles. But oh boy, Call is moving forward with Chugonus and Trebs, and he's gonna do some damage here. These Arbalests are coming over, and I think the Arbalests will beat these Chugonus. But with the number of them here, it might be good enough. And now Scout Cavalry, I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe he's expecting skirms from Joel, so he's just made these in anticipation, but there's no reason for him to do that if he doesn't see them yet. So I don't know. I don't think the Chinese get Hussar either. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, they don't get Hussar. So not gonna be the greatest decision from him. But down on this side of the map, not a whole lot's going on. Purple's making knights, but it's not gonna do much against this. And blue has pikemen there to defend from it, so it's not gonna do a whole lot. But dang, these eagles! He's non-stop with these things. He's just going in and just gonna run straight past and probably go for Gray, because I mean Gray's the biggest threat to him at the moment, and he might try and surround them, which could be really good. And look how fast these eagles take down a town gunner. There it goes, it's gone. And this is really a key point to this. Look how much resources Dallin has. He came down to this peninsula and got all this gold. And all the gold up here, and he was kind of left alone. Same with Call. I think these two were left alone for too long. And look at this, he's got every single one of these barracks queued up with eagles. And he's just going non-stop with these guys. He's gone in here, and he's gonna keep it up, and it's gonna be really effective. Eagle Chukonu combo, really gonna be effective. I'm not sure what can stop that, really. I think Mass Scorpions, it would be a good try, right? It's not really gonna work against the number of eagles here. And then the light cav and the eagles can just destroy them. So these two working together really well, and this is a whole lot of Arbalests, but with these eagles mixed in, well, you'll see, I guess, how it's gonna work out. And Call's saying wait, but I don't think he needs to. I say just charge on in there. And these Berserks are going to come in and be a good meat shield, but I don't think they're going to stand well with these Chugonu behind. They're doing alright. These eagles are going down, just not very quickly. So, Berserk's up front, and Arbalest or even plumed archers in the back, I think, is what this team needs to do. If Teal and Gray just coordinated that together, then I think that would work for them. And yeah, they managed to hold here against this army, but guess what? Talon's got the resources, he can just throw these eagles at him all day. He doesn't even care. All these barracks are queued up, and I say, hey, make more. Like, yeah, there we go. Call is saying, put barracks right there. And there we go, more barracks. He's just going full on them. And now with most of the berserks gone, I think this army here is going to destroy these. Dallon's saying onagers, but really, there's no need for it. These eagles can destroy the arbalest. I think an awesome onager shot right there would be beautiful, though. Down here, teal and orange aren't really fighting each other. Orange isn't really doing that much. It's going with light cabs. And still, no one's really pressing on this. I mean, they just need to go around, and they can attack each other. And building an outpost there. Dallon's building an outpost, and he's going to be shot. Yeah. There was that. So now, Dallon knows that this is here, so he knows that green's actually down this way. So he's probably going to run in there and take him out. Over on this side, more eagles. So many eagles. This is kind of reminding me of the Endless Halberdier War video that I did a while ago, where there's just so many of these things just going non-stop. He's got over 3k gold, so he can keep this up all day. And I think he's going to run in now, and Red's going to join him, and not much is going to stop this. Teal does have a good amount of these berserks, but he doesn't have the golds to keep this up. So I think if this army pushes forward, then I think these guys are going to be overrun. Okay, Joel is adding eagles, and this is also a good idea. Because these eagles can act as one a meat shield against Dallon's eagles, and can also take out the Chukonu fairly effectively. But here we go, these guys are going to engage, and let's see how this works out for them. Deploying these trebs, I think if you took out the market, that'd be a good idea, because then these guys wouldn't be so bottlenecked. But Joel's running away, and I'm not sure what his reasoning is for that. I think just to give Teal time to come forward with these berserks. And here we go. They're coming in. Allspain Cavalier, he's going to come around and flank, and also taking out the wall here. So Dallon can run in with some eagles and take out the economy here. And Joel needs to come forward with these eagles. He's got a good amount of them. He needs to run forward here. And I think he has enough that he could probably hold here. These Cavalier will be effective against these eagles. But I think he's got enough. He's coming forward now. But it hardly matters because Dallon's got a whole lot more. And he is not being attacked by green. I think if green were to come around and flank him, then he might be in trouble. But he did spread out his economy, so that's really good for them. And down on this side, greens come with long swordsman. Alright. Koreans do not get good infantry, and especially against purple's infantry, they're gonna go down. And purple's in the Imperial Age and is making a bunch of man-at-arms. I don't know if he has barracks up. He doesn't seem to be. Whoa. Okay. That's weird. But he doesn't seem to have a really good answer to this. So, I don't know. Yeah, he's making a bit of everything. This is kind of what I call the AI army, because for any of you that have ever played against the AI, you will know that they will make a little bit of everything. So, Purple's gone with an AI army, and hasn't even got the longsword upgrade. He's making samurai, but hasn't really upgraded his helmets. So, he's gonna push forward here, but not in the most graceful way, definitely. On this side, these guys are still fighting. It looks like Gray's been overrun here, though. I don't know if he has the resources to keep going. Yeah, he's out of food, so he can't keep making eagles. And doesn't have the gold to make many more arbalests. There's not much gold on the map. I don't know if he sees gold up here. He barely doesn't see the gold. That is unfortunate. But it looks like he's come forward with a counterattack just to try and do what he can against the eco here. But it's not going to be enough. And look at all these barracks from down. I'm not sure if they're all queued. Oh, that would be amazing if these were all queued. I think they are all queued. Yeah, they're all full of eagles. He's got no gold left, but it doesn't matter. He's got all this down here, which I really think was a key point for this team. Purple is getting a big score now, and he's got map control down here. But he's not really being effective with it. I think against this army, just go with really a massive whatever you want. Go with Japanese Trebs with Kataparotu, and I think he has it. He might not, but if he could push forward with them, yeah, it looks like he has Kataparotu. For those of you who don't know, that's a Japanese technology that makes your Trebs pack and unpack really quickly. So if you watch once this castle goes down, just watch how fast his Trebs pack up. So that's down. And he now has the long swordsman upgrade, but he has no attack upgrades for him. So they're really not going to be a big benefit. But he's pushing forward. It looks like blue's going to be taken out, and if green doesn't do anything, which there's not a whole lot he can do, then it looks like this team's going to be done, and gray's been completely overrun. I'm not sure where he's running to. It looks like he's gone up there and found the gold. Yeah, these guys have been cleaned up. Teal isn't going to be able to fight this. He doesn't have the resources for it. He's got no gold. So, he can't fight this. So, it looks like GG for this team. Good fight for them, though. Against these masses of eagles combined with Chukonus and Cavalier, then there's not really much you can do. And that's not their fault. They played well. It's just this team here was allowed to boom up and get to where they are. I don't think green really knew that they were there, otherwise he would have fought it. Yeah, he barely knows that Dallon's here, and he's just starting to attack on this side, but that's not gonna last long. But I think that was the main benefit for red and yellow here, is they were left alone, and that's something that you shouldn't be doing in team games, is leave any one team alone, because that's the worst thing you can do. Even if you're like in early Castle Age and they have a better score than you two, if you leave them alone, then they will boom up a lot faster than you and can overwhelm. So that's really the main focus, is to just delay whenever you can. And even if you can't defeat them, maybe another team can come in and help. And right now, Dallin, I think, has seen that Orange is over here, and is probably going to signal, hey, let's go take these guys down. And he's signaling to trade, but there's no reason. He's got 2.5k gold, and Kala's more than he needs, so they're signaling to trade, but there's really no need for it. He's finally run out of gold down here, but he's got plenty of gold. There's also some down on this side, though I think they got pretty lucky with their placement and with nobody else being around them. So here's Gray's last stand, really. Good job from him holding out as long as he did. There's really nothing you can do against this army. When you get massed up eagles like this, really, you can only fight it with mass champions, but neither of them really had great champions. I think Vikings would have been actually not a bad option with the infantry health bonus for the Vikings, so it would have done alright for them. But he just didn't decide to go for it. And now they've broken in on this side, and I think Gray's gonna go down. And Dallin's raiding Orange on this side. Orange didn't really contribute a whole lot on this game. He's just now moving forward against Green, but Green's got a ton of pikemen waiting. And Green's got Cavalier. Purple, again with the infantry speed bonus, attack speed bonus, he can destroy them really easily. And Dallin also fighting down here. So Dallin and Call are fighting on multiple angles and doing really well and just kind of sweeping here. Those onagers are gonna take out these Arbalest if he can get in. And there, he's in up there. But he needs to take out the buildings here, and then he can get in. Oh, a shot right there, please. Right there, just land one shot right there. Okay, there we go. It's down. Get in there. Take him out. Okay, here he goes. Here he goes. Go for it. Get it. Come on. Pathing. And get it. Yeah. No. Micro. Why? Oh, there we go. GG. And Orange was actually the first one to resign. I'm surprised at that. Gray would be the first to resign. But yeah, Dallin, amen. That is satisfying. One of the most satisfying things to see, probably the most satisfying in Age of Empires, is to see an army of archers get flattened by onagers. Orange resigned. Purple, I don't know. He's fairly large. I don't know what his resources are. Oh. Never mind. I was gonna say you could probably fight this, but if 4 wood and 5 gold. scouts, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, he's not going to be able to defend against this. And here we go, it's just a straight line of these eagles. It's coming in. And this game really shows why I love eagles. They're over here, they're over there, they're up there, they're over here somewhere. There's one, right there. And yeah, they're great at this. And Alan's saying, oh no. Not sure why he's saying that. Maybe he's probably just joking. But yeah, he's going down here and building a castle. I'm not sure. Oh my god! He's got 6k stone. And he still is the okay. This just isn't even fair. That's not fair. And finally, Gray's saying GG. And he did put up a good fight. I will give him that. And it looks like just a sweep from down the call here. And he's just cleaning up this army, and there's not going to be a lot to stand. These Huskarls are going to be destroyed by the Eagles. And Green can't stop this. His base has been taken out by the Eagles. There's a castle down here, and another one over there. Man, what a troll. He's just gonna forget towers everywhere. He's throwing castles everywhere. And Purple's getting gutted on this side. His base is gonna be cleaned out. And yeah, they can't even counterattack. But at this point, I think it's too late. It's really over. We're just waiting for them to resign. I'm not sure what Purple thinks he can do. Okay, hand cannons is a good idea. I completely forgot to mention that, but hand cannons against these Eagles is a good option. The problem is, he doesn't have the gold for it. Literally 0. So he just can't afford it. That is that kinda hurts to see. Okay, place your bets. How much gold are they getting per trip? I'm gonna say 3. My guess is 3. How much gold? How much gold? He's getting 1 gold per trip. Worth it. That's just, I mean, these trade cards won't even pay for themselves by the end of the game. And they're bumping into each other and going sideways. Oh, that hurts the eyes. And Dallin says he's just castling the map, and yeah, he really is. He's got way more stone than he ever needs. And Purple's resigned. So actually, Blue and Green, bottom score, is the last team to stand against Carl and Dallin. And they... I'm gonna say it. They don't stand a chance. I mean, yeah, they can't do anything against this. And yeah, they kind of know it's over. And I think Blue's just gonna run. Blue and Green probably just gonna run. And yeah, there's nothing left. Again, I just can't stress this enough. I think, yeah, Dallin recognized this lucky placement. They had they were next to each other, and that's the key in Nomad. Of the games of Nomad I've played and watched, the placement of your starting PC, you have to be next to your teammate. I don't care if you could place it like next to a stone, gold, and wood. It's better to place it next to your teammate. And that's what everybody in this match did. And I think that's just key, because then you won't get surrounded and you can help each other out. But I think what really gave yellow and red the advantage is nobody was around them, so they could afford to boom, and it seemed like everybody just boomed up, except for maybe down here with blue and purple fighting each other. And they had all these fish up here, which are now all gone, and they had all this. Dallin had all this down here. So he had plenty of resources. Do I even want to know how many? Okay, he's finally out of gold, but still has over 4k stone. So, yeah. But I think everybody else played alright. This is a kind of a lower ranked game, so it's understandable that these guys wouldn't be playing as professionals. I don't think anybody really played badly. I think there were things that could have been done better, definitely. But no one really did that bad. But at this point, blue and green are just getting cleaned up, so I'm just going to fast forward this until they resign. Green doesn't have anything left. He hasn't even run. So Korean scouts with full upgrades, actually. Yeah. I mean, he can't, that's like the only thing he can do, and even then, he doesn't have resources for it. So, Green hasn't even bothered to run. He's just decided to train a bunch of scouts how to run to their death, I guess. But I think that's the last thing he has. That one guy. But he hasn't been defeated, so maybe not. He's still creating scouts, but I think once these barracks go down, he's actually going to be defeated. But yeah, he's gone, and this is Blue's base. And it's not going to be enough. I'm just noticing that nobody decided to collect relics this game. Maybe they did and I just didn't notice. But Dallin got spies. Just really no reason for it, I guess, just to find units that run. But it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there we go. Green has been defeated. And Blue's gonna be soon defeated as well. And there we go. Oh, he's still got some units. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Wall him up, just drag it out. This is something that's both funny and obnoxious at the same time. And you all know what I'm talking about. Like, when there's one unit in the very far edge of the map and they run around, wall themselves in, just to stay alive, just out of spite. It's hilarious to do, but yeah. There we go. And he's resigned, so GG. GG all around. I love the Eagle Wares, one of my favorite units, and that kind of shows why. But well done for everybody in the game. and Dallin ending on exactly 30k score. Good job. So anyway, that concludes it for this video, and let me know any suggestions that you guys have just in the comments below. Just give me some suggestions that you have for different matches on different maps with just whatever weird settings you want to see. And I don't know, I'll look over those and see what I think about them. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you amazing people, and I will see you all in the next video.